Sometimes governments pass laws that make low prices illegal. A price floor is a minimum legal price at which a good can be sold. Minimum wage is an example. Wages below the minimum wage are illegal for the occupations covered by minimum wage legislation. Supply and demand analysis predicts that a price floor that is greater than the equilibrium price has 7 predictable effects. The first predictable effect is that the market price is greater than the equilibrium price. The price floor sets the market price when it is greater than the equilibrium price. The second predictable effect is that surpluses occur and persist. Surpluses occur when the market price is greater than the equilibrium price. In the market system, the surplus would cause the market price to decrease. However, the price floor prevents the market price from falling. Therefore, the surplus persists. The third predictable effect is that the quantity traded equals the quantity demanded when price equals the price floor. Since the floor creates a surplus, the quantity demanded is less than the quantity supplied. When the quantity demanded is less than the quantity supplied, every seller willing to sell cannot find a buyer willing to buy. Since sellers cannot force buyers to buy more than they want to buy, the sellers sell only the quantity demanded. The fourth predictable effect, the quantity traded with the price floor is less than the quantity traded at the equilibrium price. The quantity traded with the price floor equals the quantity demanded when price equals the price floor. The quantity traded at the equilibrium price equals the quantity demanded when price equals the equilibrium price. Since the quantity demanded decreases as price increases, the quantity demanded is lower when price equals the price floor than when price equals the equilibrium price. The table contains an example. Row 1 shows what happens when the market is in equilibrium. When the market price equals 10, quantity supplied, quantity demanded, and quantity traded all equal 5. Row 2 shows what happens when a price floor makes the market price equal 13. The quantity supplied equals 8, quantity demanded is only 2, and the quantity traded also equals 2. Since quantity demanded decreases from 5 to 2, as price increases from 10 to 13, the quantity traded decreases from 5 to 2 when the government imposes the price floor. The fifth predictable effect is that alternative rationing devices emerge to ration the quantity traded among sellers. A binding price floor means that price cannot ration the quantity traded. Since the quantity demanded is less than the quantity supplied, buyers have greater discretion to pick the sellers from whom to buy and from whom not to buy. Not buying from a seller is not costly because a surplus exists. When the surplus exists, a buyer can easily find other sellers sufficient to sell all of the quantity the buyer wants to buy. Alternative rationing devices may include showing favoritism to friends, family, and people of influence, or avoiding buying from people with characteristics the buyer finds undesirable. The sixth predictable effect is that a gray market emerges in which price is below the legal price. Sellers are willing to accept less than the market price when the quantity demanded is less than the quantity supplied. By selling illegally at lower prices, sellers can increase the quantity sold and profit. The seventh predictable effect is that producers develop and use tactics that reduce the real price without reducing the posted price. The tactics may include increasing the quality of the good. For example, when federal regulations created price floors for airlines, airlines competed by offering frequent flights, great meals, and attractive stewardesses. The term flight attendant did not exist at that time. Another tactic to decrease the real price is to give the buyer discounts or easier access to other items not subject to price controls. Supply and demand analysis predicts that a price floor has no effect on market outcomes if the floor is less than the equilibrium price. In this case, the price floor does not prevent price from moving towards equilibrium, and therefore surpluses and shortages tend to push price and quantity traded towards their equilibrium values. An example may help. What would happen if the government passed a law making prices for hot dogs less than 2 cents illegal? The answer is nothing. The equilibrium price for hot dogs is above 2 cents. Since the equilibrium price is legal, the law would have no effect.